Democratic challenger Michael Hennessy joins me now. Mr. Hennessy, good morning.
Good morning.
First question, right off the bat, I'd like to know, what are your three main goals for the county when you're elected?
The first goal is job creation, getting better jobs in this area with good paying wages and bringing our young people back to the area.
And number one, that's number one. Number two?
No, number two is to cut spending in Oneida County by 2 to 3% with the exceptions of the District Attorney's Office and the County Sheriff's Department. I will lead by cutting the budget for the County Executive's Office by 10%.
And number three?
Number three would be the ability for our infrastructure to be improved. Our sidewalks need improvement, the roads, the bridges of Oneida County. That's the basis of the first thing that any employer comes into a town looks for, and we have to strengthen our infrastructure throughout Oneida County, including the city of Utica and Rome and Sherrill.
All right, now that you see that CRE is committed to come here to Marcy, what is the county's job over the next 2 years before the company opens its door for business?
Well, first and foremost, there are a lot of questions that need to be answered about CRE yet, and I'm going to be calling right now for the county executive to open up and show all the paperwork that's been signed and not been signed so we have a full understanding. There's now an additional $270 million that the corporate president of CRE has talked about in benefits. What are they? Are they tax-free property taxes for a period of time? Is it sales tax elimination for a period of time? We need to know the total agreement. I believe in CRE. I know him as a stockbroker. It's a good company, but like anything in Oneida County, after the history we've had with past promises, we need to verify everything that goes forward in the future on this project. So,
all right, thank you. The next question I have is, with MVHS soon to begin demolition in the new downtown hospital footprint, what do you see as the county's role moving forward?
Moving forward, as I said last week in a press conference, I've asked that any work on the exact hospital footprint be halted until after the selection. I've come out opposed to the hospital because I feel very strongly we cannot financially afford all the money that it's going to cost. They're already under budgeted by $100 million, and it's going to be more than that down the road. So right now, I cannot see us feasibly being able to afford a downtown hospital. We need to take a good part of that money, bring it up to St. Luke's campus, where there's already additional places up there that will benefit. We have a nursing home, we have a rehab center up there. That hospital does need some money, and let's provide that money and save the taxpayers of Oneida County money, because taxpayers are going to have to pay for a garage of about $60 million. Well, that's going to be about $75 when they're done with that. And secondly, we are also state taxpayers, and all these state giveaways throughout the state have cost the taxpayers quite a bit of money. Instead of Mr. Cuomo and Mr. Basanti picking winners and losers, let's the taxpayers have a say in this and work bottom up instead of top down.
Okay, and the final question, the opioid epidemic, of course, a real problem in our area. What can the county do to turn things around?
It's been a failure for the last 10, 12 years, let's be honest about it. We're now finally talking about it, but this county executive is talking about getting money for the epidemic into the county budget and suing drug companies. I want to end the epidemic by strengthening the police department, providing the manpower that they're going to need, in the rural areas especially. So we have to make a much greater effort on policing and arresting, and once we get it to the DA, he has a record of getting people prosecuted and getting the right court decisions.
Mr. Hennessy, thank you so much for joining us, and good luck in November.
Thank you.
More news coming up.